guys know, on my channel, I react to a lot of creepy videos and a lot of try not to get scared challenges and stuff. But today, I thought I would switch it up and watch this video right here. It says, where did these images come from? And it shows 4 creepy ass images. Look at this. There's like a bunch of like Teletubby figures hanging out with this little boy. There's a creepy thing in the woods. There's a creepy dog. These are gonna be some of the creepiest images ever. The reason that I'm doing this is because most of the time I do like creepy videos, but we're gonna react to some of the creepiest images, creepiest photos of all time. Let's do this. This should be good. It's got 3 million views. Shout out to this guy. Let's go.
If you've been on the horror side of the internet for even a short amount of time, there's a good chance you've heard of the Rake. The story of the Rake first emerged in the early 2000s.
So I think this is the Rake or whatever. Look at this. That is creepy. Let's see the story behind this image.
The online forum 4chan.
Is this real?
Initially, it took the form of a series of anonymous posts and accounts by individuals claiming to have encountered a mysterious creature in the woods.
Really?
These narratives described a humanoid creature with pale, gaunt features, long limbs, and large, soul-piercing eyes.
That's real?
A being known as the Rake.
I always thought that picture was fake.
Even if you've never heard of the name before, there's a high chance that you've seen this image.
Bro!
In it, we can see some kind of creature lurking in the bottom right-hand corner of a photograph taken somewhere in a forest during the dead of night.
I always thought this was fake, bro, but honestly, dude, if that's real, that is some supernatural stuff, bro. What is that?
The Rake is shown with glowing white eyes and a long, skinny body. It's an image that has haunted those who have seen it. That's really trying to figure out what exactly this terrifying entity is.
Wow.
The image in question was reposted all over the internet, and its eerie, realistic look convinced people into thinking it was a genuine photo taken by a trail cam or something of the like. While doing research on the origins of the photograph, it turns out it was actually part of a large marketing campaign for the video game Resistance 3.
Really?
Which was released on September 6, 2011. In Resistance 3, there's a brief moment where players encounter a similar creature known as the Grim. The design of the Grim, with its pale and emaciated appearance, resonated with the collective imagination of the online community.
That don't look...
leading to the adoption of the image as the visual representation of the creepypasta that is the Rake.
That don't look the same.
As is common with many creepypastas, the story of the Rake quickly gained traction across various online platforms.
I don't believe that. I don't think it was from a video game, bro. That don't look like it's from a video game. That's gotta be real. That's just the government hiding that. The government probably knows that that's a real thing in the woods, and they just acted like, oh, it's a video game material.
Writers and artists expanded on the original concept, adding their own twists and adaptations to the creature's mythology. The association of the Rake with the image from Resistance 3 played a significant role in its widespread recognition and adoption within the online horror community.
It's real. I think it's real.
Even though the photo in question caused many people on the internet to be creeped out, it is worth noting how intriguing it is that this image essentially helped to shed a light on more creepypastas. It's safe to assume that without the mass popularity of the Rake and its image, this wouldn't be as widely well known.
All right, here's the next creepy image. Oh, God.
In the late 1990s, a British children's television show burst onto the scene, captivating young...
Since he said that the last image was fake, this one's not fake. I know that this is real. I want to figure out what happened here. Who these Teletubby... Who are the people inside of these costumes hanging out with this little kid? Why was this taken? Why was this photo taken? Is this kid okay? Hopefully he answers all these questions.
In the late 1990s, a British children's television show burst onto the scene, captivating young viewers with its whimsical characters and vibrant world.
That's so creepy.
The Teletubbies, created by Anne Wood and Andrew Davenport, became an instant sensation, captivating children and adults alike with their unique blend of educational content, imaginative storytelling, and infectious joy. Each Teletubby had its distinct appearance, personality, and color, making them easily recognizable and relatable to young viewers. Although these characters are beloved by young children around the world, there is one specific photograph of the Teletubbies that has been creeping people out, and it's not too hard to see why. The photograph in question shows a young boy sitting in some sort of hospital room surrounded by 4 of the main Teletubbies.
Oh, it's in a hospital? That's even creepier, bro.
However, these aren't the ordinary Teletubbies that we're used to.
Yeah, these
These ones have completely black, lifeless eyes that are absolutely horrifying to look at as the 4 of them stare at the camera.
That is really creepy.
What exactly is this photograph, and what's going on here? Let's examine the photo. A poster of the Dutch football star Dennis Bergkamp can be seen on the wall in the background. In light of this, it's very conceivable that this picture was taken in the Netherlands. It's also important to note that the image in the corner is actually a snapshot of another image. It looks to be a picture of a picture. We cannot, of course, overlook the fact that these outfits are meant to be spooky. These were designed to be disturbing, and thus it appears that everything was done on purpose. The first occurrence of this image on the internet, according to what I was able to find, refers to this Reddit post from the r/creepy subreddit with the caption, "As if being sick as a kid wasn't scary enough. I saw this on the wall in the children's ward of an English hospital under the name Celebrities Who Visited Us," wrote the uploader JF1984 in a comment.
Oh, so this JF guy found this photo. He was the one who found this photo. He found it when he was at a hospital in a book. The hospital made a book that says Celebrities Who Visited Us, and they showed this picture.
The uploader hasn't made a post on Reddit in almost 7 years, indicating that he presumably no longer uses that account, although he still is active on other social networking sites where he goes by the name JF Doodles. When Scare Theater, a YouTuber, messaged him about the Teletubbies image, he replied that he had seen the image on the notice board in a children's hospital waiting area. Jay regrettably replies that he didn't know any further details regarding the image when he was pressed. He said that owing to the hospital's rigorous patient confidentiality policies, he wouldn't be able to get in touch with them easily.
Whatever that
Beyond
means.
this, it's difficult to uncover any more information regarding this image.
Wow, so we have no info
Given
on
the
who this kid is.
we can only infer that this was a hospitalized child who was visited by these men in an effort to lift his spirits.
Wow.
But it's definitely safe to say that it didn't go over all that well, since what type of youngster would find themselves in a better frame of mind after seeing these four enter to surprise them?
So this kid was sick in a hospital, and he really loved the Teletubbies. So people dressed up as the Teletubbies, but they got the weirdest costumes ever. That's creepy. All right, here's the next one.
Smile Dog.
Oh my God.
Those who have gone digging around for creepypastas and creepy images on the internet in the past have surely seen at least one of these 3 images.
That is creepy.
Like many
Oh my
other
God.
things, Smile Dog may be linked back to 4chan, in this case
The
the
hell?
X-board. The image is more than 10 years old, and the earliest creepypasta article I could locate was from 2010. Many individuals have been
Half
truly
you guys weren't
disturbed
even
by the
born
well-known
in
and
2010.
unsettling site known as smile.jpg. According to the legend, if someone sees the image, they will instantly feel
I
compelled
bet you were born in 2016.
to share
Called
with
it.
everyone they know. This is necessary because it's said he'll pay you a visit if you don't. The legend states that the dog represents a demonic creature or bad spirit that would purportedly torment the victim until it becomes its real form and kills them.
That's creepy.
Unless they distribute the
Hell,
photo,
bro.
of course. People who say they saw smile.jpg frequently faintly joke that they were too busy to download a copy of the image on their computer. All supposed victims, however, provide the identical description of the image. The only background feature visible is a human hand extending from the shadows on the left side of the
I
picture.
didn't even see that hand.
Which is used to characterize the dog-like creature's appearance, which is typically described as resembling a Siberian husky. But creepypasta aside, where does this image originate from?
Yeah, where
there are
does that
really
come
3 photographs, but alas, there isn't much, if any, information available for 2 of them. There doesn't seem to be an explanation behind the photos, they just sort of exist. The one that appears to have been much overexposed is the one for which I do have some information. Feel free to post a comment below if you happen to know anything about the other 2 pictures. However, I do know a little bit about this one.
That's
Reddit
so
user Not
creepy.
Hurting Anymore 5678 wrote a post titled, "I think I found one of the images used to make Smile Dog," with a picture of a husky. The facial features and eyes are identical when comparing the 2 pictures. I have to say, it is startlingly similar to the Smile Dog picture. The only problem is that the dog in the image is obviously not in front of a red curtain. A Reddit user named Ice Cream Guy posted a comment revealing that he had found the curtain background used in the photo. As you can see, in the image the ears have also been clearly cropped off. They would simply need to crop out the dog while only going around its head, position it in front of a crimson curtain background, and then apply the eerie effects to it.
That looks
That's pretty
legit.
much all we know. We
So
know
that's
nothing
a
about
fake
the image's
picture.
creator and only have little information on one of the 3 photos.
Huh.
In time, we'll hopefully find more information.
So they
regarding-
only have information about this. They don't know where they got the creepy photo of this dog, and they don't know where they got the creepy photo of this dog. Now this one doesn't look real. I mean, obviously the mouth of the dog isn't real, but this one kind of looks real. This looks like a dog that has human teeth. And the fact that there's a human hand right here, maybe the dog was like taking over the human's body and got its teeth, bro. That's creepy that there's no information
the
about
other
that.
Smile Dog photos that, as of right now, remain incredibly mysterious.
Bug in my
Mickey
room.
Mouse Basement.
Oh my God.
Mickey Mouse, the iconic cartoon character created by Walt Disney, has captivated the hearts of children around the world for decades. With
I
his
didn't know Mickey
infectious
Mouse was
charm,
real.
playful nature, and timeless appeal, Mickey Mouse has become a beloved figure in popular culture. Despite this, though, there is a particular image on the internet of this iconic character portrayed in a rather distressing way. The photograph in question shows an old, dilapidated basement that has certainly seen better days.
That's the creepiest basement
And
ever.
peering around a corner in the distance is a man dressed up in an extremely frightening, eerie Mickey Mouse costume. The man's mask also seems to be a bit squished in, which adds to the nightmare fuel that's already heavily present. It looks to be something you'd see out of a horror movie. It should be mentioned that there was also a very similar photo that circulated online, which showed someone pointing a gun at the man dressed as Mickey. But it turned out this was just a convincing photoshopped version of the original image.
Yeah.
By doing a bit of research on the internet relating to this picture, you'll find that there really isn't a lot of information out there regarding the backstory or origins of it, or even what exactly is going on in it. However, there are some people online who have their theories about what's going on. A Reddit user by the name of Real Show posted to the r/outoftheloop subreddit asking his fellow Redditors what exactly the photograph is, who took it, etc. Another Reddit user replied to the post stating, "It's just a cursed photo using creepypastas and memes, just like all cursed photos. Probably some dude's just kidding. One encountered a dirty Mickey Mouse suit and decided to take a photo of himself in it in an abandoned looking place to make a scary photo."
Okay.
A lot of the comments seem to echo that theory, which, if true, is a sigh of relief. If this is not the case, however, then what exactly is going on in this extremely weird and unexplainable image? Is this just some guy messing around in a Mickey Mouse outfit?
I think it might just
in
be
an attempt
somebody
to scare
messing
the
around
internet?
in a Mickey
Or
Mouse
was this
outfit.
something far more sinister? We'll likely never know.
All right, here's the next one.
Stairs in the woods. Reddit users searched.
What is it? There's stairs that lead to nothing in the middle of the woods. This one's gonna be creepy. Lock in, boys. I gotta figure out what this
Rescue
is.
Woods posted a tale on August 25th, 2015, which stated a whole frenzy. Strange staircases seem to be appearing everywhere in the woods. As soon as the article appeared on Reddit, additional people jumped in to comment and add their own tales, giving the phenomenon more credibility. But is it true or is it a hoax? Numerous blogs and communities, including Reddit, have spread the tale, which has since grown to the status of something of an online legend. The text of the original post is as follows. Now, I don't know if this is true in every SAR unit, but in mine it's sort of an unspoken, regular thing we run
What's
into.
SAR mean?
You can try asking about it with other SAR officers, but even if they know what you're talking about, they probably won't say anything about it. We've been told not to talk about it by our superiors, and at this point we've all gotten so used to it that it doesn't even seem weird anymore. On just about every case where we're really far off in the wilderness, I'm talking 30 or 40 miles, at some point we'll find a staircase in the middle of the woods.
Wait, every 30 or 40 miles in the woods you find staircase? I've never seen that before. Dude, if I've been in the woods a lot as a kid. I used to love going in the woods. If I ever saw a staircase in the woods, I would be panicking.
It's almost like if you took the staircase in your house, cut them out, and put them in the forest. I asked about it the first time I saw some, and the other officer just told me not to worry about it, that it was normal. Everyone I asked said the same thing. I wanted to check them out, but I was told very emphatically that I should never go near any of them.
Why?
I just sort of ignore them now when I run into them, because it happens so frequently.
Why should
It's
you not
interesting
go
to
near
note
it?
that this was not merely something that came from a creepypasta. Broadcast 2 months before the initial creepypasta, a WLOS News 13 film investigated the
They
same idea.
even made a news.
But let's get into the actual
channel.
origins of this photo. It turns out that this was a massive art project by a man named Bruce Allen, who constructed this in 1988. Allen stated, "I was overwhelmed by the scale, energy, and presence of the trees, and spent several days tramping through Beechenhurst on and off the paths, looking at what was there, getting a feeling of the place, and wondering how my own ideas might fit in.
What's this guy
I took
talking
along
about?
with me the knowledge that global whole sea observations in India. Bruce Allen created the observatory. A
So
straightforward
basically,
artwork
this
that
guy
consists-
created these stairs. So these stairs, this picture of these stairs is an art like project or something. But what's that message that guy said there's stairs every 30 to 40 miles?
of a stairway that leads
That's
nowhere.
weird.
It was painted black to contrast with the light and vibrancy of the forest, which was situated near a protected pond in a region of trees bordered by a thicker plantation. Visitors may halt and take in the woodland from an observation platform at the top of the staircase and a little alcove under the stairs. The sculpture was just some innocent art project used by people online as the face of a creepypasta. Nowadays, the sculpture has since been decommissioned. There's no remaining trace of it in the real world today.
So they deleted this? They broke it down? Why did they break down the freaking staircase? That's kind of sick. That's creepy, bro. If I ever go in the woods and I see a staircase, I'm about to be panicking, bro. I'll take a picture of it or something, dude. What the hell?